Good day mga kakailian! Today we will talk about the concepts, principles, structure, and significance of Dap-ay. Let's go! Dap-ay di Tubo Charter, Article 1. The Dap-ay di Tubo Charter is situated in Dap-ay di Tubo, Poblacion, Tubo, Abra, Philippines. Its members shall be the descendants of Mayung and Mayang, all naturally born citizens. It can either be belonging to the Maung tribe of Tubo Abra or living outside the domain of Tubo and is related by affinity and consanguinity either by legal or traditional adoption. It also includes the Dap-ay di Tubo and the 10 barangays within its ancestral domain. Article 4. General Principles and Policies. The Dap-ay di Tubo with all barangay Dap-ays shall exercise autonomy to achieve Dap-ay visions in consonance with national goals and shall establish a more responsive and accountable government structure, plans, and programs. The Council of Elders shall be empowered and recognized as key partners of local governance in legislation, development planning, justice system, and fiscal management. The ancestral domain is enclosed within the delineated perimeter, which includes the lands, inland waters, and natural resources, and held under a native title of ownership since time immemorial. The Dap-ay di Tubo shall uphold inherent responsibilities of the people in the management and development. It shall take a lead role in protecting, promoting, and restoring the environment, with the municipal Lapat office absorbing the NGO-organized Tubo Lapat. It shall also include the protection of the ancestral domain by establishing a stronger and united stand of the people to protect and maintain its ancestral domain against land grabbers and outside intruders. Decision-making and linkages. The decision-making shall uphold principles of consensus decision-making in all major plans, programs, and projects to ensure success, transparency, and solidarity in Dap-ay governance. The results of the consensus decision-making shall be considered final and executory, unless repealed by the same body. It can also be applied strictly in the selection of leaders, elders, and local officials. The Dap-ay di Tubo shall be linked with higher offices, other government, non-government agencies, support groups, and indigenous peoples' communities. These groups shall believe and share the same vision and mission of interfacing fully the LGU Dap-ay concept of governance. In accordance with customary laws, local government officials and employees shall respect and observe the word inayan or lawa in the exercise of their duties and functions. There shall be organized council of elders in the barangay and municipal level who shall exercise close coordination and partnership with the elected officials in the planning and implementation of development programs and maintenance of tribal solidarity and cooperation. Pursuant to Section 5 and 8, Rule 6 of Republic Act 8371, the Council of Elders shall exercise their rights to observe the primacy of customary laws in the settlement of cases and disputes at all levels within the ancestral domain. Political affairs, the Dap-ay di Tubo shall uphold one Dap-ay party system, wherein the Dap-ay Council of Elders shall be empowered to spearhead the proper assessment and evaluation of the qualities of aspirants to the different political offices. The aspirants who are selected through the consensus of the Council of Elders shall be recommended for final approval by the General Assembly. The approved list of aspirants shall be the one to file their certificate of candidacy to the COMELEC to be formally voted upon during election day. The slot for the Sangguniang Bayan shall be distributed to represent the 10 barangays, and the selection of the aspirant for mayor and vice mayor shall follow alternately the 3 zones of Tubo: Zone 1, Zone 2, and Zone 3. But positions cannot be selected from the same zone. No candidate for mayor and vice mayor shall be elected or reselected from one zone for more than 3 consecutive terms, except the barangays where it is represented by the aspirant for mayor and vice mayor. The Dap-ay Council of Elders and Leaders shall be empowered to ensure the satisfactory performance of the barangay and municipal Dap-ay officials and other programs through evaluation and assessment of their performance during the General Assembly, which will be conducted once a year with special assembly or as need arises. The Dap-ay Ditubo shall preserve, promote, and develop in partnership with the DepEd sector the indigenous knowledge system and practices. There should be created an Office of Research and Development in the Dap-ay Ditubo to spearhead the research, documentation, promotion, and development of all tourism potential, codification of customary laws, and IKESPs towards future patenting. The data gathered is service as an important document in aid of curriculum development and legislation. The private sector operating within the ancestral domain of Tubo, particularly in the delivery of basic services, shall be encouraged to ensure close coordination with the Dap-ay Ditubo to establish a consistent, sustainable, and culture-based development programs.
Term of Office, Article 5. For barangay officials, the punong barangay and members of the barangay council shall serve for a minimum of 1 term and a maximum of 3 terms, subject to the consensus decision of the Council of Elders and approval of the barangay assembly. For the municipal officials, both the municipal mayor or Dap-ay chairman and vice mayor or Dap-ay vice chairman shall serve for a minimum of 1 term and a maximum of 3 terms, subject to the consensus decision of the General Assembly. For Sangguniang Bayan, the elected Sangguniang Bayan shall serve for a minimum of 1 term and a maximum of 3 terms, subject to the consensus decision of the represented barangay. For IPMR, the selected IPMR shall also serve for a minimum of 1 term and a maximum of 3 terms, subject to the consensus decision of the General Assembly of the Council of Elders. The term of office for the Council of Elders is applicable only to the chairman, vice chairman, and the secretary, who shall serve for a minimum of 1 term and a maximum of 3 terms, subject to the consensus decision of the Barangay General Assembly. Members have no specific term of office, however, can be disqualified. The minimum qualification of municipal officials and barangay officials are the following: age 21 and above and a registered voter of Tubo, at least can read and write and can comprehend a simple English and Filipino, can express his ideas, no pending criminal record against customary laws, the community, and the tribe. At least 3 years resident of Tubo and member of the Maang tribe by consanguinity or affinity. Cooperative in any community development activities, physically fit, and fully supports the principles and ideals of Dap-ay. The minimum qualification for the Council of Elders are as follows: registered voter in his barangay in 2 consecutive election day, may it be national, local, and barangay level, at least 45 years old, can read and write and can express his ideas, no pending criminal record or grave misconduct against customary laws, the community, and the tribe. At least 3 years resident in Tubo and member of Maang tribe by consanguinity and affinity. Good record, cooperative in any community affairs and activities. Appropriate knowledge on indigenous culture and practices, and fully supportive to the Dap-ay system. The disqualification of officials and Council of Elders are also based on the following grounds: if he or she cannot meet any of the minimum qualifications, and if he or she committed a grave misconduct violation against the Dap-ay customary law. Thank you so much for learning with us. Have a great day mga kakailian!